Yes, once again, welcome to Dimapur today. As we, Amigan, Gb Kahuto Chishi Sumi, Tailo, Tarek Bray, Safni, and Sopmajo Porde. Amigan in the Nagaland, the BC, Dangor issue, that is students' issue. There are a group of students who are saying we want online exam, and at the other side, there are a group of students who are saying we want offline exam. And at the same time, we can see that authorities at the same time, BC, educated manukan education is kan tahan was offline exam e bhalu, but whereas at the other side we see that online exam is best. And ami kan gb Kahuto Chishi Sumi taibi go ase students love voice to ami kan authorities or government bahunu lage to ami kan aji gb Kahuto lo de janibo why aru ki offline basis na online basis. Yes, welcome to Dimapur today once again.
Thank you and good afternoon. Regarding online and offline examinations, see, it's all about people's perception. People who are, of course, it is easier to cheat when you're online because there's no monitoring, no physical monitoring, so it's easier to cheat. But the question is, have they ever tried appearing for exams online? Cheating means you write certain notes which you can use in answering your questions. Now, if those questions don't come, then you're cheating your crib notes, they're useless. Now, when it comes to online, you have got your textbooks, you have got your computers, your PC, whatever it is, and you can check it up in your textbook or you can look it up on internet. But have you tried it? I have tried it. It's very difficult. Unless you have been attending classes regularly and you know something of the subject matter, you just cannot wait for the question paper to come, look at the questions, then look at your textbook, or check online. While you're doing all that, time runs out. And you don't have, you may be able to answer a certain number of questions, but you can never answer all the questions. So that is there also. Now, I'm not saying that it should be online. What I'm saying is, why should it be online? Do the students have genuine grievances? Now, they have genuine grievances because I did my first semester in law. Then, as soon as we finished, I think we finished in October. September or October, I'm not certain, okay. But as soon as we finished, we were informed that our second semester will take place sometime in November. Now there is two months. So we were discussing the issue. Since we didn't get a formal notification, so all that. So other students in other courses also, they were facing this problem. Because some of them, they were doing offline, then when it became online classes, then again there was the odd even system. Then again some colleges insisted on COVID certificate to attend classes. So some students, all the students had only half the classes, say. And then some students could not attend any classes. So all these should have been, actually the fault lies with the unions. Okay. Whether it's the NSF, the DNSU or ANCSU. They should have been aware of the problems that students were facing. They should have come up with a coherent demand or request, whatever you call it, to the authorities. They did not do that because this is the way unions function in Nagaland. A union is voluntary. And there must be some sign that you have given your allegiance to that union. But here in Nagaland, all the unions, our apex tribal ho-hos, are all this, they take it for granted. By birth, you are a member of that union. No. That is not how a union works. Because under Naga customary law, the village is the unit of governance. And the unions are formed under Indian laws. under the laws of modern democracies. So there, you need the consent of the member to consider him a member. Now, I believe the ANCSU, they deduct money by force. That is illegal. No union is allowed to deduct money, membership fee by force. It is by consent. And the problem with us is that we elect, people go for elections. You see all these union elections, especially in the colleges. These, not the brilliant students, they don't enter the unions, okay? It is usually the just past worlders, no? Who know they have no future except in politics, no? These people, they think, enter the unions, they'll spend money, they spend lakhs and lakhs. When I was in college in Fazali in the 80s, the authorities, they tried to curb this expenditure of money in the union elections, no? And only the BA first year students voted, just one class, no? But I don't know how long the experiment lasts. It didn't last long. And this is what is happening with our society. We don't know the purpose of our institutions. Okay? We think that government is permission to loot the people. Okay? When I'm elected, I think that I've got the votes, I've got the right to take all the money of all the people. We think that church, religion gives the theologians the right to exploit the people. It's not about God or anything, okay? Government is not about governance. Religion is not about God. Our civil societies are not about our societies. Student union should be looking after its members. A tribal hall should be looking into every matter which concerns any of their tribe members. So even in this issue, they should be involved in this, asking what is happening. This is what I tried to bring up in the Mr. Rupin Sharma's case. Because policemen are from all tribes in Nagaland. You know what is the biggest union in the world? It is the NRA, the National Rifle Association of the US. It has 5.5 million dues-paying members. And it is so powerful that no US government, the federal government, has been able to pass a uniform gun law. See, that is the purpose of a union. It may be good or it may be bad, but when you set up a union, it has a purpose and you should fight for its purpose. Our unions are just there so that the office bearers can make money. Now, the problem with the authorities, the academic authorities in this case, they are dinosaurs, okay? Because their time, they have become fossils. No progressive thinking, no adaptation, nothing new. Everything, they react according to what they have been conditioned. They are not thinking people, okay? They are reacting like animals, instinct. No, this is the way it was, it must be this way. Now, I believe, this is my opinion, but I think it's shared by many people, that this offline exam was declared just to pave way for the Hornbill Festival. Is the corona pandemic over? We're hearing about all new variants. So how is it that my personal belief is that if they had online exams, then they would not have an excuse to conduct the Hornbill Festival. Now you think, people are saying that if these issues were there, say on or odd even attendance, corona, this COVID certificates, why didn't the students bring it up? Who took the time to to study the grievances of the students. Nobody took the time. And it was a spontaneous thing, reaction, this protest for online examinations. And online examinations seem to address all the issues, okay? Now I have a classmate, very intelligent lady, a Bengali lady. She was worried not because she didn't think. We had only 2 months, no? So she was worried because she will not do as well as she expected to do. Because first terminal first semester, I was very surprised when the lecturer was reviewing, no, what questions came, who did how, no. She rattled off everything, the answers to everything, saying that this question was too long for the marks given, no. Very well conversant with the subject. But she was also fearful of offline exams. Because she didn't have the time to study. She was not given the right thing. So it's not only cheaters who want online exams.
Okay, sir. Okay, my question with you is, okay, number one thing, we have come to learn that Gb Kahuto Chishi, he's doing law at the moment. You are still a student. Okay, yeah. Okay, number one, we have come to learn that. As a number two thing, there is, you are in favor of offline exam.
No.
And Gb Kahuto Chishi Sumi, okay, our question is, you are in favor of online or offline? We want to know that. And why? Okay, why? Why you are in favor of online or offline? And number three is union. Is the union responsible for the present chaos that is going on in the society? Okay. Yeah, we have come to learn that students, they were protesting. November they protested, and in that protest there were some physical violence. Okay, assault, police assaults. We have come across that. Viral video kan bisi jai dekhi physical assault huigina students kan ge maramari hola. Okay, and itu bisi ditia recently again yesterday, that is 29th of November, itu be ANSU, All Nagaland and CSU, All Nagaland College Students Union, they called for silent, peaceful protest. But whereas it seems like some of the colleges, they have suspended their students. Okay, so now Gb Kahuto Chishi Sumi, not as a social activist, but Mr. Gb Kahuto Chishi Sumi, what is your response as a student? Because we have come to learn that you are also a student. So, as a student view, what is your view on this? You will blame the union, associations, organizations, or you will blame the institutions? Okay, or you will blame the COVID?
No, I blame society, Naga society, our mindset. Okay, all this, these are not separate issues. Whether it's the beating of the students, whether it's the demand for the thing, unprepared demand for online exams, or whether it's the non-response of the unions, student unions, all this is a reflection of our thinking. We are still living in the village. Our mentality is still the village headhunting mentality. We think that if we do not band together, if we do not listen to the authority, because in the headhunting days, like the elders, they controlled everything because you were in danger of losing your head. But those days are past. Now we still have that mentality. We may dress up in fancy clothes, drive fancy cars, live in towns and all that, but our village is still, our mentality is still in that thing, headhunting thing. So now, I blame our thinking. We just cannot think beyond our group. Okay? Now, rights are individual rights. If your right has been violated, you have to stand up for your thing. I posted this morning saying, please come forward. If you come forward, let us fight together. So, the thing is not whether I support online or offline exams, okay? it is how to address the grievances of students, their genuine grievances. I have written, if a student, since there were nothing, regular classes, only online classes, and then when the regular classes started, it was odd even. So they have had only half the time to go through their course. Their courses have not been complete. So if I'm going to be tested on something which I have not been taught, I have the right to cheat. Not cheat, I have the right to look it up online. So in that sense, if I have not completed my course, I demand online exams so that I can look up my textbook or my thing, the Google. I've got the right to do that. If you can ask me, test me on something I don't know, then I have the right to look up what I don't know. No, isn't that fair? You cannot ask me something which I have not been taught. So this online demand seemed to be the perfect compromise. Now, the authorities, they are so lacking in confidence. They think that, no, we have made a decision. If we backtrack on our decision, we will lose prestige. What prestige do they have now? Yeah? They should have studied the issue, all the issues from the different colleges. The Nagaland College Principal Association, I didn't even know it existed. They gave a statement saying that they have conducted a survey, and then students are for offline exams. When did they conduct the survey? Which colleges conduct the survey? How many students participate in the survey? What was the response percentage? For and against? See, all lies, no? And coming to the student union officials, what were they doing? Were they sleeping? I was informed that about the supermarketing by the ANCSU. Someone sent me a message. I said, this is a good thing, but I think it's too late now. You should have done something like this before. So that is my view on online and offline. I think I've explained it, no?
Okay.
And then my view on the union and the university authorities. And then now coming to the action which is being taken by one college so far. They are saying that the students, their first contention is because they went in uniform. Okay. The uniform might have been prescribed by the college, but the students have purchased it. It's not being given to them free. They have got the right to wear it anywhere. Now, what did they do? Did they bring any shame to the college? Did they indulge in any anti-social or criminal activity? They were exercising their rights as defined by the Constitution of India. Now, there is no authority which can curb your right, your fundamental right to protest. This can be taken up directly with the Supreme Court under Article 32. You don't have to go through the district court and the high courts also. Are the college authorities aware of that? But they are so confident because they know the Naga mentality, okay? The Nagas are cowards. That's all I can say. No one is going to fight for you, yeah? You have to fight for yourself. When you start fighting for yourself, then maybe you'll get help. This is what I want to do. I want to help. Now let's see who comes up. We'll fight. Who are these college authorities? I can check them also. Students can file RTIs with the higher education department, asking which colleges have got money, grant, under which heads from the UGC. How have they spent the money? The UGC grants money for infrastructure, for buildings, for stadiums, for sports activities, for libraries. How many of these colleges have these? And they are committing criminal acts, embezzling the state and central government, and they want to check the a student's fundamental right. to protest. What absurdity is this? Yeah? And regarding the beating of the thing, student, why is the NSF silent? Why is the DNSU silent? Why is the NCSU silent? Why are the tribal Ho silent? This affects every member of society. When you understand, when you rise above your village level, okay, and when you understand what a modern society means, it means the infringement of your right infringes my right, okay? A girl being beaten, a boy being beaten for protesting for the rights is, I am being beaten. You understand that? Because these rights belong to all of us. Today, if they can infringe your rights, tomorrow they will infringe my rights. That is why we must stand united on issues which affect all of us. This is not a joke, yeah? How do you think this government has become so corrupt? Nagaland government has become so corrupt. How do you think Nagaland has reached this state? It is because of our organizations. They are not fighting. The tendency of any government is to oppress and exploit these people. It is for the civil societies to bring the check and balance to society. Mr. Robert Liangmang, he's a PhD scholar at NIT. He interviewed me a few days back about the role of CSOs, civil society organizations in Nagaland. I told him clearly that there are 4 aspects to every society. One is the government, one is the church, one is the civil organizations, and the other is the organized criminal element. These 4 are present in every society. Depending on the society, if the government is fair, the other religion, civil organizations, and organized criminal elements are not very important. Now in Nagaland, all these 4 are very important, and all have been captured by the corrupt of Nagaland. All thieves, either by acts of commission or omission. Understand that, okay? You do not have to be a thief to take somebody's things. You become a thief by accessory when you keep quiet about it. When you see it, you do not speak out. You're an accessory to the crime. These are modern concepts which has not penetrated the Naga mentality yet. Where do you think the money comes to Nagaland? It comes from the sweat of the Indian taxpayer. And people in government are saying, it is not your money, it's the government's money. It is my money. The Indian taxpayer has given it to me. It should be reaching me. You are being paid already. See, so now the government, we know it's corrupt. The church, we know is corrupt. Our civil societies, we know is corrupt. Our organized criminal element, our national fighters have taken over the vacuum of the organized criminal element. They are not fighting for our sovereignty. They are not fighting for freedom. They are not fighting for any solution. Now, how long will it take? What will it take to make people understand these facts, the reality of Nagaland? Only when disaster strikes us. When the corona epidemic started last year, I tried to pacify people. I wrote one article which was published in the papers so that people don't panic. But no, everybody panicked. Every village shut down the roads. They've got no right to shut down the roads. Village authority has no right. Because once you take money from the government to build a road, then it becomes everybody's road. It does not belong to the village. All that. So I was, and then all how the returnees were treated. Hare, there are people, they have rights. They have the right to be treated like human beings. They were treated worse than pigs, given all half-burnt rice. I tried to fight for their rights. Then I decided, no, I hope this corona kills thousands and thousands of Nagas, even if I have to die also along with them. Why? Because unless something catastrophic happens, people will not change. I'm trying to educate Nagas to change before catastrophe strikes us, but we are not willing to change. We are not willing to fight for our rights. We are not willing to assert ourselves. We are letting people think, command us. What authority does a college have to think, curb your fundamental right? But we take it as a matter of course. The government should be questioning the thing, college authority, saying, why did you issue this thing? Circular, on what grounds? But no, they're all together. This is my contention. In Nagaland, the government, the civil societies, the churches and the undergrounds, they're working together to exploit us, to deprive us of our rights. That is my contention.
Our market is going offline. Hornbill Festival, festivals, night carnivals, all these things are going offline.
So,
Why should exam be offline? That is a question from a certain student.
yes. So now a shopkeeper, he did not, apart from this online order business, he could not conduct his business online. Okay, Hornbill Festival, last year I heard, okay, that a certain minister or I don't know, MLA advisor, they wanted to conduct the Hornbill Festival last year. Then his wife said, Ari, isn't this a pandemic thing? Then he said, then where will we get the money from if we don't conduct the Hornbill? So that's why Hornbill is being conducted. Now, coming to, you cannot argue that since businesses are coming offline, Hornbill is being conducted, exams also should be offline. Because the argument is fallacious. The students have not had the time. They have not had the classes that they were entitled to. That is not an argument. And there's again another funny argument saying that when the online classes were being conducted, everybody was complaining about network, and now exams have come offline, everybody wants online. Hey, get it into your thick heads, no? Online classes and online exams, they are two completely different things. It is a question of megabytes, kilobytes, and gigabytes. When you're sitting online class for 2 or 3 hours, you're consuming, you need steady network for 2 or 3 hours. And you're consuming megabytes and gigabytes. When you write an online exam, you're getting your question paper 10, 20 kilobytes. You just need it for a few seconds. Then when you're uploading your answer script, 30, 40 kilobytes, just for a few seconds. So that is, see, all these arguments, no? I would love to meet these people and debate face to face. No? I will make them cry. I will shame them. And on social media, as if they know everything, no? As if they've experienced it. They're talking all this crap.
Okay, it's out of my box, but I have to ask you this question. There are certain parents who are complaining, saying that during online exam we are paying full school fees or tuition fees. But there are certain schools, they are not giving any concession on school fees. Okay. So what is your opinion on that?
That is a valid complaint. That's a valid complaint. Because say, okay, they are saying the teachers They have to pay the teachers. But again, they don't have to pay the full amount to the teachers. Why? Because teachers are saving money also, going to and from school. No? They are not using the electricity that they use. Last year, I think one Angami, I think, gentleman, he gave a very structured argument on this, okay, saying how much the schools are saving. And for the students, we are paying extra for internet connection. Every student should be getting at least 100 rupees reduction in school fees per month for their internet connectivity. It's a valid argument. They should be giving thing. Actually, this is how the government, this is the function of the government, okay? The government should be studying all these issues and taking appropriate actions. But our government, they know nothing, okay, these people. You think they know something? They know nothing, these people. They just know how to sit there, wait for the central funds, generate the paperwork and take the money. That's all they know. There's no governance in Nagaland.
Okay, a very reputed politician once he posted saying that even the politicians, leaders, and the governments, they don't want corruption in the society. But whereas the publics, it is the publics who compel them to.
What a joke! Yeah. Have you ever heard of a politician who has spoken the truth on any matter? He's lying as usual. We Nagas, we are not aware of what a modern democratic society entails. When we first started elections, it was honest, everybody think. But the guys who wanted to grab power, they started paying the villagers. You vote for me, I'll give you this. The villagers didn't know. He didn't know that he's selling his thing. Education, he's selling his healthcare, he's selling his roads, he's selling his progress. He sees the cash and then he's very happy, he votes.
Okay.
He does not know the value of his vote.
One more thing, that is when a parent, he posted saying that online exam is going on, but we have to pay the full college tuition fees, school fees. Okay. And another social media user, he said that government is providing us schools, colleges, institutions, education institution for free of cost. But whereas why we are not utilizing it?
Government is providing us what schools? LP schools, ME schools, high schools, which are not functioning or overburdened. Okay, one or two which are functioning well, they are overburdened because everybody wants to go there. Is the government concerned about the high schools and higher secondary schools in the villages? Is it concerned about the LP schools and ME schools? I met Mr. David Sema, okay, he's an editor at this Dimapur publishing house. No? He's a Sumi, but he doesn't know Sumi, okay? He's from Arunachal. We had a discussion, he was surprised at the amount of private hospitals, private schools in Nagaland. Because he told me that he studied in a LP school in Arunachal. It was running well. Teachers were fully qualified, as in Nagaland. But there, the teachers, they were attending the classes. His English is fluent as mine. It's come from LP school. He was telling me that all the primary health centers, they had nurses and doctors. No one, unless it's a very rare thing, untreatable thing, they don't go to private hospitals. But here in Nagaland, we have made this thing. We have created it ourselves, okay? We don't run the LP schools properly. So, concerned parents or parents who can afford it, they search for private education. So then again, that has led to the sprouting of this private education industry. Unregulated, okay? The government should be checking the free structure of the schools. What facilities are they providing that they are charging so much? Is a school allowed to sell textbooks? Theoretically. It deprives the student of the choice to buy from whatever source he wants. Is he supposed to buy the uniform from the school? No. These are all illegal acts, okay? But they're flourishing because no one is questioning them. And nobody has the time or the money to go to court. I can get a court order if I wanted to. Because when the school starts selling books, when it starts selling uniforms, parents are bound to buy it from them. Because if you buy it from outside, they will start treating your children different. So it deprives a person of his freedom of choice. In fact, it goes against the Consumer Act. Okay, consumer has the right to decide where he wants to buy what from. Now, they're not giving it to me free. So, when we destroy our own institutions, how can you expect us to use them? You go to the village LP schools. See, people on social media especially, okay, these people, apart from a few, they know nothing, okay. They have not been out, they have not seen people, they have not interacted with people, they have not lived life. They have not had interactions. I talk with everyone. I talk with the farmer, I talk with the laborer, I talk with the driver. I learn from them. Look at, I feel so sorry. Even here in the surrounding villages, you look at the students, or even in the towns also. You look at the students in the LP schools. See, I can understand an absentee teacher. Okay, I cannot condone, okay. I do not condone it. I condemn it. But I can understand, say, a government teacher who does not want to go to the Burma border. No. But what about the teacher who living here in Dimapur in the middle of the town, who does not go to school, which is in town? That is how we are. And how did this come? Because somebody did not go to Burma. See, it all affects each other. One teacher does not go to Burma, so this since he's not going, I also will not go to my school, which is just next door. This attitude, no? We have built up this mindset where everything is thing. Now I just got a message saying that most probably the government of Nagaland will have a difficult time paying government employees in 2022, next year. I said, I pray God that it happens. And you know what's going to happen? The government is going to take loan from some contractor, and people are going to praise that contractor, saying that, he's saving us. What the fuck? Where did he get his money? He got it from the government. The government should be taxing him, yeah?
Okay, my final question with you is like, who are the governments, or who is the government? Who is the government?
The government is you and me. Okay. The students are to blame because they elected the wrong leaders. We are to blame because we are electing the wrong leaders. And people who are concerned are to blame because if they are concerned, if they think they can do better, then why don't they stand up? So where does it begin? It should begin with the youth. Every change in society is brought by young people. I've said it before, I say it again. How old was Jesus Christ when he died? How old was Alexander when he died? How old was Napoleon when he took power? All these are young people. No change has ever come to old men, okay? But look at our youth. They always let themselves be led by the worst among them. At least they are starting fresh in life. They should have some ideals. So let this be a lesson to the students. From next year, don't pay any student union fee to any organization. And when you have a college elections, you conduct it fairly. No? So every class, you have the class representative, then let the class representative guide the thing. You don't need the GS or a thing. But the problem is these unions also, they depend on the college to extract money from the students. There is a certain thing, okay, give and take. College authorities and the student union. Because a college authority is not allowed to think. A student union should be independent. No? I don't know how it is now, but way back, the student union used to think deduct money from the scholarships and all that. No, union fees, all that. So I don't know if it's still carrying on this practice because it's been a long time. No? So that is for the students to know how they're being think. That is for them to stand up. No? And the thing is, you cannot wait for others to do things for you. Okay. If any student feels that he's being victimized, stand up. Don't wait for others. Yeah, try to get others also. But if you lead, people will follow. If your cause is genuine. In Nagaland, there are 1,000 genuine causes, but we don't even have one genuine leader. Okay, that is. So both have to be in consonance. The cause has to be good and the leader has to be good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And yes, once again, all the best to your upcoming political party, PLP, Progressive Liberal Party.
Okay, thank you for having me here, and I hope that we can bring some sort of change to the scenario in Nagaland.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And yes, once again, I would like to remind you all that our Gb Kahuto is bringing up one political party, that is PLP, Progressive Liberal Party. And if you want to be in contact with him, you can join him in the Facebook. Yes, and yes, we'll also be sharing his contact numbers and all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.